What's happening, everybody? Trey here, joined by my dad, Sean, and today, reactions to the classics. Got a song battle up in store by two powerhouse women from back in the day, man. We got Edith Piaf against Aretha Franklin here, and I want to shout out our longtime friend and patron of the channel, Fran, for suggesting this battle for us today. We're going to be looking at the track No, I Do Not Regret Anything by Piaf against Respect by Aretha Franklin.
Exactly.
Familiar with Respect, not the other track though.
Same, Trey. So let's jump into this one. We are not even tackling this this French name, as you can see up there. But as you said, it translates roughly No, I Do Not Regret Anything. Composed by Charles Dumont with lyrics by Michael Vassier. It was written in 1956 and best known through this 1960 record. It's been 7 weeks atop the French singles and airplay review chart. According to journalist Jean Nolly in his book Edith, when Charles Dumont and Michael Vassier visited Edith's home in Paris, she received them in a very impolite and unfriendly manner. Dumont had several times tried to offer her his compositions, but she disliked them and refused them. The standard was too low, according to her. On that day, she was furious her housekeeper had arranged a meeting with the two men without informing her. So she let them wait an hour in her living room before she appeared. She said, "As you can see, I'm extremely tired. Hurry up, only one song, quick to the piano, go ahead." I can just visualize this.
Oh, yeah.
Nervous and perspired, Dumont sang the song in a low voice. When he finished, there was a big silence as they waited for her verdict. "Will you sing it again?" she said in a sharp voice. When he was halfway through, she interrupted him. "Formidable, fantastic. This is the song I have been waiting for."
Okay, wow. And she dedicated her recording of it to the French Foreign Legion. At the time of the recording, France was engaged in a military conflict, the Algerian War, and the First Rep. They adopted the song when their resistance was broken. The leadership of the regiment was arrested and tried, but the non-commissioned officers, corporals, and legionnaires were assigned to other Foreign Legion formations. They left the barracks singing the song, which has now become part of the French Foreign Legion heritage, and is sung when they are on parade. Since her death in 1963, so only a few years after, several biographies and films have studied her life, including some that have won Academy Awards, and she's become one of the most celebrated performers of the 20th century.
Wow.
So, as always, man, gonna have the lyrics pulled up. Got an English translation up here, so we'll see how accurate it is.
Yeah, I only ever heard one of her songs in a live stream, brought to us by one of our patrons, Shane. His girl Ashley's one of her favorite artists. So I do know one song. Let's pop this thing off. What I would expect for 1960 French brand. You've got a lot of experience in the French music.
Yeah, that Jacques Brel.
Rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Ni le bien qu'on m'a fait, ni le mal, tout ça m'est bien égal. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. C'est payé, balayé, oublié. Je me fous du passé. Avec mes souvenirs, j'ai allumé le feu. Mes chagrins, mes plaisirs, je n'ai plus besoin de balayer les amours avec leur trémolo, balayé pour toujours, je repars à zéro. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien, ni le bien qu'on m'a fait, ni le mal. Ça m'est bien égal. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Car ma vie, car mes joies, aujourd'hui, ça
right. No, I do not regret anything. Edith Piaf coming in here, man. What you think of this, Dad?
Well, I liked it. I mean, I thought she sounded good. Like we mentioned at the very start, you've done a Jacques Brel top 10, so you're much more familiar with this music than I am, just with French music of this period. But I think the lyrics are what's absolutely great. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and pop through a lot. It starts out, no, absolutely nothing. No, I regret nothing. So she's declaring right away. In a very strong, you can tell she's letting you know.
Oh, yeah. And I always love the French, too, man. Their way with language is great. Rolling the R's.
Rolling the R's,
I
man.
love
You're
it.
just like, wow, man, I'm not singing along with this. Not the good things that have happened, nor the bad. It's all the same to me. She repeats the chorus. It's paid, swept away, forgotten. I don't care about the past. I set fire to my memories. My troubles, my pleasures. I don't need them anymore. And she just kind of goes through all this stuff. Not the good things that have happened, nor the bad. It's all the same to me. And then she finishes. So you finally realize, I mean, I thought she was just declaring, look, man, I don't give a rip about anything. I don't regret anything. But at the very end, the last two lines, because my life, because my joy today, it begins with you. So she was singing it to a guy. But I just think it's a great song. It's only 2:22, but it just declares like, look, man, I don't regret anything because it all got me to where I am today.
No, and I thought instrumentally, I thought it had that powerful orchestration
Yes.
back. Edith up with, the strings and the triumphant brass section.
Which
that
you would expect
came
from
in.
1960.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So it definitely had that type of feel with it. Such control and power in her voice as well. And I don't know if that's why Fran put this up against Aretha, with the powerful
The power of the
vocal.
voice, and I think the declaration of a woman taking power over, like, look, I'm going to be me, and you can't make me feel bad about myself.
So shout out to Edith right there, man. And we're gonna go now. Speaking of Aretha, to her most famous track, I'd say, Respect, baby, RESPECT, from the iconic record from 1967. I never loved a man the way I love you. Some people do not know this, but Aretha, this was not her original recording. Originally by the great Otis Redding.
Yeah, he wrote it and released it in 1965 from his third album, Otis Redding Sings Soul.
Great record.
And became a crossover hit for him. Her interpretation became an anthem for the feminist movement, I mean now, but specifically in the 1970s when it was a big deal. It's often been considered one of the best R&B songs of its era, which is saying something. Earning her 2 Grammys in '68 for Best Rhythm and Blues Recording and Best Rhythm and Blues Solo Vocal. He's inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1987, and on a list that just came out last month at the time of this filming. It's number 1 on the Rolling Stones' greatest songs of all time. We're not going to debate that here, but I don't know that a cover can be number 1, but it's a great song. But what more you got here for about Aretha?
She had been performing it in her live shows for several years. Her version of the song flipped the gender of the lyrics as worked out by Franklin with her sisters, Irma and Carolyn. Franklin instructed the rhythm section how to perform her established arrangement of the stop and stutter syncopation, and in the studio she worked out new parts for the backing singers. The song also became a hit internationally, reaching 10 in the UK, and helped her transform from a domestic star into an international
This one would do it. All right, man. Let's dive in. One of the songs immediately.
Oh, yeah, man.
A half second.
First seconds, you know this.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Just a little bit, hey.
One of the best uses of backing singers ever, man.
Just a little bit, mister, just a little bit. I ain't gonna do you wrong while you're gone. I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect. Just a little bit, baby, just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm out to give you all my money. And all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my promise when you get home. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little
Both songs featuring that killer instrumental section,
Yeah.
man.
Ooh, your kisses, sweeter than honey. And guess what? So is my money. All I want you to do for R-E-S-P-E-C-T. T-C-A-P-T-C-T. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, little respect. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me. Yeah, little bit, little respect. Just a little bit. I'll get tired. Little bit, keep on trying. Just a little bit. You're running out of food. Little bit, I ain't lying. Just a little bit. Respect, we got rules. What you say? Just a little bit.
Respect, Aretha Franklin, man. Obviously, we were both familiar with this
Of
track,
course.
but a couple things even kind of sticking out to me here, Dad, is the whole R-E-S-P-E-C-T, which is probably the most famous bit of the song.
Exactly.
Only said one time.
Only said one time. She spells it out 2 lines in a row. But yeah, verse 5, which guess what, Trey? We just looked it up. I was pretty sure it's not in Otis's original.
No.
So that one little thing, that made this song from being great to iconic, I think, is that part. But I didn't realize, because I've never read the lyrics as it's going on. You know, the lyrics are great, and it follows the Motown formula, right?
Oh, yeah.
Very short verses. When she goes into the chorus, you don't even know there's really been a change until the backing vocalists come in. And then you've got that instrumental halfway through with the brass. It follows the Motown formula, which is so fantastic. And you made a great point during this song. One of the best use of backing vocalists
100%,
ever.
man.
And that's also kind of another lost art form that the Motown did so well.
No, and I think that is, part of the reason that Motown sound is so iconic, man. Just from the beginning, you could tell the women in the back still had that power.
Still had that power, man.
Nothing like Aretha, who obviously absolutely just brings her powerhouse voice to the forefront of this track, and that also helps elevate this song to that legendary status.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, that brass section just makes you want to move and groove as well. And it's and the ending as well, where they really play off each other. It's just very impressive, man. Very impressive track. Both of them are, but I guess that's got to take us now to our winner of this powerhouse female battle right here. Two greats in their respective genres, but
Exactly.
we got to choose a winner, man. And I guess I'm gonna go, and as I always say in these battles, I was very familiar with Respect already. Shout out to Edith. She absolutely crushed the No Regrets track, but I gotta give the slight edge to Aretha here with Respect.
Yeah, I've got to give Aretha a big edge, and it's just because of what you said. It's familiarity. There's no way to overcome the familiarity in this one. However, what's nice about this, Trey, is less than half of our viewers here at RTTC are from the States. So there's going to be several people who are more familiar with her version than Aretha's version. So that brings me to, we got to know what you guys think. Who do you think won this battle? I'm kind of curious how this one will play out. But a great battle, as usual, brought by Fran.
No, as always, man, appreciate you, Fran. And if you'd like to have us do a song battle or reaction for you, check out our Patreon page, which is linked below, and will also be at the end screen here in just a few moments. But I guess, Dad, that'll wrap it up
That'll
from
be
us
it for
today.
this time.
And until next time, thanks for watching, happy listening, and we will see you.